Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Plan for this video was I was going to do up this chair, but it had this cover over the seat, and unfortunately I was using a different camera and the filming didn't quite work, so we missed a few steps. So what we missed was we have this little seat here, and if we flip it over, this was held on, our piece here. It was held on like that, right? So what we did is we went around and plucked out the staples with this one. This little piece, I don't know what it's called. That's basically all we missed out on. The next step is cutting a piece of material similar to this shape to cover our seat with. Okay, so for material, I've got a curtain here that we don't need anymore, hopefully. And I don't know why there was a peg there. So we'll lay it on here, over here. We'll just lie this bad boy over here like this. Now you'll need something to mark with. I've got a little piece of chalk, whatever you call this. I just realized this is the wrong way. So we've got our piece of material. Now what we do is we'll just trace around. Okay. Now we don't need that anymore. This is my outline. Our next step is to cut. I've just got a knife here, and we're just going to trace along the line with the knife, cutting the material. This is the piece. I've just noticed that if you see close enough, I'm not sure if you can see that. So there's a few nails here. What you want to do is you want to knock them out because you don't want anyone getting them send down. That would be a bit painful. Get our hammer and you're going to find out where this is poking out, feel for it, and then you just want to hit it. So I've knocked that one out a bit. Get the other side of the hammer and just lift it out. Good stuff. So for the next part, you want a staple gun so you can clip on the material. You want to first make sure your fabric's around the right way. Fold this over and then we'll just clip that in. Now you just turn it around. You're going to do the other side. Just make sure it's all pulled nicely. Now what we do is we do the sides. Okay, so we've got 3 sides done. I just want to do the last one. Fold that over nicely. Then we'll just staple one down. And one over here. So now that we have our staples in, they're just the ones to hold it in place. We want to knead up the corners first. So what we can do is you just fold around right here. Okay. So what you want to do is you just want to tuck in the corner like so. Fold around until you don't have too much excess. And staple this one down. Move on to the next. So you just want to do the same. So that's how it's looking so far. Okay, so now we just have this corner. There, our corner is roughly done. It's nice and neat when you fold it back. Now I can knead it up. Should look something like this. Just neaten this up if you have a lot more staples there. So that's what it looks like on the top. It looks a lot better than before. If you have like excess pieces like this, cut it off with a knife. Okay, so I've just neatened up that corner a bit. As you can see, it looks a lot better. For the next step, I've got the chair on the bench. I've got a bucket with sugar soap and a bit of water. I've got a rag, also a brush. So firstly, you would want to brush off all the dust, cobwebs, filth, whatever. Okay, so for the next step, I've got my soap and water, and I've also got my rag. So you just want to dip it in, right? You just want to scrub it all over. That looks a lot nicer already, but we are not quite finished. So you may have noticed some of these little pieces here are either damaged or one's missing here. What we're going to do is we're going to have to make this a bit more sturdy. We're going to add a piece here so then the cushion sits in evenly. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure the pieces and cut out some new ones. So I'm using this material here. Doesn't matter, we'll use whatever you've got. So next you want to get a square, rule across. Okay, line that up. Now we get a saw. We cut below the line. Whoa! Don't do that, don't do that. These are our corner, oh, wrong side. These are our corner pieces. We just need to go in the middle. They should fit nicely. I have to say this is pretty difficult. Okay, there surely must be a better way to do this. So close.
3 hours later.
Nearly there. Only a bit more. Oh! Oh! I got it. So, oh, whew. So I've just got my little pieces here. Took me a while, but now I've just realized that if we get the chair, and if I show you the chair, around there, that's interfering. Hammer. These little bits here, they're interfering, so I couldn't put the triangles in properly. Cut off the corner of the triangle so it slips in properly. So I don't split the wood, I've got some pilot holes in here. Got some here, got some holes. That's just to direct the nails so then the nails don't split the wood. Put it in your corner and then nail it in. Oh. Now we have the other side, fill the holes. Start off with the top one in there, sitting there. Okay, that brings us to our final step. So I've got some wax. Now you just want to get a cloth and you get a bit of wax. Now that you have your wax, you just want to go over and rub it all around the wooden frame. So you can see the progression so far. The wax bit looks a lot better than the non-wax bits. So whilst you're waxing, you just want to make sure you get every little bit. Okay, so that should about do it. We are all done with our waxing and we'll wait for that to dry. Okay, so this is the grand reveal. The before and this is the after. As you can see, it looks a lot nicer and it didn't even take that long. that was a joke. But yeah, it looks a lot better. So now we know how to do up a chair. Oh hey, didn't see you there. So this is the final product. I know, turned out pretty well, if I say so myself. Yeah, it looks pretty nice and all. On my ukulele.